Hi, I'm Kyung. Welcome to day 3 of our fall fast. We've been looking at different aspects to the closing of the Lord's Prayer from Matthew 6:13. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Today, we look at the glory of God. When we think of the word glory, we often think of someone's greatness, achievements, and abilities. We also think of fame when we think of glory. I'm sure we all watched as many events as possible during the recent Olympics. I loved watching the runners, especially as they began to run ahead of their competitors to win their gold medals. To see someone from your country reach the pinnacle of their training and abilities to become the best athlete in the world is inspiring, and we cheer for them because we want to share in the glory of their achievements. I also recently watched Barbecue Showdown Season 3 on Netflix. I was so proud of the Austin Pitmaster who won the first round because I've eaten many times at his place and I've told many people about it too. I was cheering for him like I knew him, and I said, "That's my guy there." I have never met him in my life. While we try to share in the glory of famous people, the truth is most of the time we have absolutely no connection to them. We don't know them and they don't know us. The glory that they have, that they've gained, is through competition and can be vain and is short-lived at best. When we think of God's glory, we think of His magnificence, His greatness, and His mighty power. God's glory comes from who He is, and it never passes away. His glory is tangible evidence of His kingdom and His power. How do we see God's glory? You don't see a super bright light in the church or around us when we walk in HEB that lets you know that God is there. How do we see God's glory? It's reflected in the lives of people around us. God's glory is seen when one of our brothers or sisters lives a life that is pleasing to God. When we love someone with unconditional love, we see God's glory being demonstrated. When we see someone serving the homeless and the helpless, we see God's glory shining through. When you see a husband love a wife, a parent love their child, or a friend showing love to another friend, we see God's glory. You see, God has chosen to share His glory with us. He shines through the lives that we lead when we surrender ourselves to Him and make Him the Lord of our lives. His glory is not something that He keeps to Himself. The God of creation chooses to share His glory with us so that we are transformed into His likeness. 2 Corinthians 3 says in verses 16 to 18, "But whenever someone turns to the Lord, the veil is taken away. Now the Lord is Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. And we all, who with unveiled faces contemplate the Lord's glory, we are being transformed into His image with ever-increasing glory, which comes from the Lord, who is the Spirit." Somehow, I don't think I'll ever run the 100 meters in under 10 seconds or win a barbecue cook-off. But with God, it's different. His glory is not something that He keeps to Himself. It's not something unattainable to us. He wants to share His glory with us so that we are all transformed with an ever-increasing glory to be more like Him. As we fast through the final day, here are some questions for you to think about. In what way will you allow more of God's glory to flow into your life? What is the one thing you can do now for the person closest to you? Let's go lead our lives filled with His presence. All glory to God.